Stop. Pause it right there. Let me ask you honestly, are you always getting countered in MMA? Like every time you throw something clean, you get cracked right after. You throw a kick, boom, overhand. You throw a big shot, you get taken down. You try to open up and somehow you're the one backing up. And you know what? I get it. It hurts because you train hard, you spar hard, you're not scared at all, but something keeps going wrong. And it's not your toughness, it's not your conditioning, it's small technical habits that are getting you punished. And today I'm breaking down the 3 biggest striking mistakes I keep seeing in MMA, and more importantly, how to fix them. And I'll show you my sparring footage applying it as well. So let's get into it. The first mistake I see all the time in MMA, and this one generally gets people knocked out, is throwing low kicks with no setup. You're standing in range and you just fired the leg kick. No hands first, no distractions, no reaction forced, you just throw it. And the moment you do that, you're on one leg, your chin is there, and a good fighter is watching. That's when you get clipped. That's when the overhand right lands clean while your leg is still in the air. That's when your kick gets caught and you're suddenly on your back. This is what happens when you throw low kicks without a setup. At the highest level, people are waiting for that mistake. The problem isn't the low kick, the problem is that you're using it as your first action. A low kick, and I mean a low kick, should almost always be your second or third action. You need to touch him first, light hook on the guard, jab upstairs, even just a small hand tap to interrupt his vision for a half second. You're not trying to hurt him with the punch, you're forcing a reaction, you're stealing attention, and that tiny moment is what protects you when you kick. Once you understand this principle with the low kick, the same goes to body kicks and high kicks. Anytime you lift your leg without forcing a reaction first, you're exposing yourself. So stop throwing naked kicks, set them up. Now I'm going to show you sparring footage of me setting up my kicks properly so you can see exactly how this looks like in real time. The second mistake I see constantly in MMA striking is what happens after you miss. You throw something big, you miss the overhand, you miss the high kick, and then you stop, you reset, you freeze for half a second, and that half second is where you get punished. This is one of the biggest hidden problems in MMA. Fighters think the danger is in throwing, but the real danger is in stopping. When you miss, your opponent sees opportunity, your weight is shifted, your balance is adjusting, your eyes are processing, and if you pause there, you're giving him a clean window to counter you. The solution isn't to stop throwing big shots, the solution is to follow through. If you throw an overhand and it misses, step through into a hook. If you throw a high kick and it misses, spin all the way through and exit on an angle, or flow into a spinning back fist. If you throw something explosive and it doesn't land, don't freeze. The fighters who are hard to counter are the ones who never stop mid-exchange. They flow, they chain, they keep you guessing.
Huh?
Now I'm going to show you sparring footage of me missing and immediately falling through so you can see how that removes the counter window. The third mistake I see a lot is you not mixing up your strikes. And this one is subtle. You don't notice you're doing it, but you'll throw combinations that all go to the same place. You'll go head, 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 or you'll focus only on the body, or you'll keep kicking the leg without changing anything. And after a while, even if you're fast, you become easy to read. Because you're not making the person in front of you think. You're giving them one problem to solve, and once they solve it once, they're comfortable. And when they're comfortable, they're gonna KO you. So that's why I always say this. Think of it like a video game, like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. You hit a opponent always in the head, he will always and always block the headshots. So you mix it up, you mix the combos, you go up, down, head, body, leg. If you jab the head, then touch the body, then kick the leg, now the person in front of you has to constantly adjust. They can't just sit there waiting to counter your headshots, they can't just brace for the low kick. You're forcing reactions, and that's the whole point. You don't have to be flashy, you just have to mix it up. When you're shadowboxing, don't just throw combinations because they look good. Ask yourself, am I changing targets? Am I going high then low? Am I making this uncomfortable for the other person? Because once you start mixing your strikes like that, you stop being predictable. And predictable is what gets you countered.
That's the end of this video. Now look, there are nuances to all of this. Fighting isn't just black and white. There are always moments where things break the rules and still work. But if you clean up these habits, your striking will feel different, safer, smarter. That's it. If this helped you, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know what you want me to break down next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.